friends. I'm Cynthia Orsi, Life and Executive Coach. Today, I'm reading Keep Thriving at Home, written on May 30, 2020. What can each of us do before leaving isolation? Not again. I know. It is kind of part 2 of Thriving at Home, posting, and much more. In this blog posting, I highlight key findings in research on crisis and disaster impacts on human well-being for awareness and discernment when making choices in returning to social interactions. Irina Todorova, in her introduction to resources posting, Creating Resilient Communities During a Quarantine, by the Institute of Coaching at Harvard, summarizes the key responses and behaviors to crisis and disaster adversities, including the well-known freeze or flight and the amazing tend to befriend response, which refers to the tendency to affiliate with others. We lament that quarantine does not allow contact and gathering, which would help to reduce the impact of isolation. She then gathers recommendations of ways to limit this impact on well-being, one of which is to realize that it is an expression of altruism toward others. Some examples of such acts of altruism were mentioned in Thriving at Home posting. Perhaps we can embrace the joy in connecting with others, with nature, and being in the world. As she continues, one reference got my attention. Based on evidence, Krzysztof Kaniasti, I hope I am saying his name right, suggests that many post-disaster recovery challenges involve interpersonal relationships and a sense of community. Also, how the survivors perceive their support and understanding of belonging to a social group and community are essential for successful recovery. With all that in mind, while we are still in transition and decisions are being made to leave the quarantine and therefore isolation, what can each of us do before leaving isolation? 1. We can be resourceful. Perhaps you reached out to vulnerable ones. Perhaps you were reached out by your neighbors and your community. Perhaps you had mental health and well-being help and support. You know that you can find help. 2. We can learn. By revisiting our reactions and actions during the quarantine, what are the learnings I am choosing to take with me? Any other lessons that would serve me for my self-reflection? 3. We can express gratitude. Make a list of all the fantastic things that you witnessed someone doing, or that you received from someone, or that you did to someone. Please read the list and observe how it impacts you. We can commit, number 4. What a stretch assignment to commit to staying at home, right? And you did it. The people of the world thank you for that. It is an amazing demonstration of altruism, knowing how hard it is to stay isolated. Cheers. Number 5. We can go beyond our self-interest. Yeah, the pandemic hit everyone, regardless of geography, political party, race, culture, religion. Unfortunately, the impacts are more significant on the vulnerable classes and groups that were already underprivileged before the pandemic. There is a call for social justice beyond self-interest or group interest. What did stand out to you during this period? Number 6, we can choose to see beautiful things. This takes a personal note, as so much joy and awe stir deep inside me from watching the life and vision of Lilia Strotter in her bio Many Beautiful Things. What inspiration. How about you? What are beautiful things that you saw or experienced during quarantine that otherwise most likely you would have missed? Now that you are aware of all things you can do, I invite you to capture the items below in one sentence. You may decide to do nothing about it, or perhaps you may choose to move forward with some of them. That would be awesome. It would be great to cheer for you. Please share in the comments below. A. One insight. B. One self-care action. C. One action for the neighborhood, for the neighbor. D. One action for the community that you belong. Wishing the best for our leadership. What would you like to see more in your leadership from all that you have seen do, those who inspired you during this time of COVID-19 isolation? What would you like to see more in your leadership? Perhaps more connection, vulnerability, empathy, communication, availability, wisdom, kindness. What else? I would like to hear from you. Please share in the comments below. With extra care, self-care, and care for others, we learn that our lives are fragile and have so much to be thankful for. Perhaps we can embrace the joy of connecting with others, with nature, and being in the world. Perhaps we care. Maybe we have the choice to stay home or to leave the house in a conscientious, safely manner for a new, thriving beginning. Gather all your precious learnings and make it work. Starting today. Thanks for listening.